The lights are off, the gloves are on, and it's go time.
This is where the real racecraft comes into play. The drivers will be looking for any opportunity to make a move and gain an advantage.
It's all about finding those gaps and making the most of them, especially in these early stages of the race.
And with so many talented drivers on the grid, you know we're going to see some incredible overtakes here in the first sector.
It's not just about making a move, it's about doing it cleanly and without causing any incidents. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Keane in this outing in Spain.
All the drivers will be trying to take advantage of the pack whilst they're still bunched up. I think passing is going to be difficult today here at Barcelona 2023, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on.
Like we say in North Carolina, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe Sunoiler is keeping their pace steady for now, waiting for the right time to make a splash.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
A good old-fashioned southern standoff, that's what Roel Postma is doing, holding their ground, and sometimes that's the best strategy in the early laps.
It's a solid performance from Jack M team at the moment. They're holding their position and not getting too caught up in battles around them. It's like David versus Goliath out there. Jack M team just slung a stone and gained ground, while Robin Overbeck is left searching for footing.
Well, it's not just about speed, it's about strategy. But right now, Jack M team's showing a masterclass in both.
This is a thrilling moment in the race, with Jack M team in second defending their position with everything they've got. But Hugh Jass is relentless, and the gap is less than 0.2 seconds. It's anyone's position at this point. Hugh Jass wants to close that gap with Eddie G.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
Renault 99 wants to get into Roel Postma slipstream. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Things are getting spicy as Wayne Pearson is breathing down Puppy Dog from Hell's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect, but let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned games.
They're giving it everything they've got. It's a battle of nerves as they push the limits of adhesion, going wheel to wheel in a thrilling display of racing prowess. Hold your breath, folks. Rob Always Keen is sandwiched between two relentless competitors, Eddie G 0.2 seconds behind and Wayne Pearson 0.1 seconds ahead. They're fighting tooth and nail for every position. The crowd is on its feet as Megasaurus 55 chases down Renault 99 through New Holland. They're going side by side, door handle to door handle. This is as close as it gets, folks. Who will have the courage to outbrake the others?
Absolutely, Rob. The energy in the crowd is electric, and it's no wonder why. These drivers are leaving it all on the track, fighting tooth and nail for victory. It's anyone's guess who will come out on top.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Hugh Jass is proper nipping at Roel Postma's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
The intensity is off the charts as Roel Postma hounds Renault 99, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Roel Postma to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
No room for error here. Puppy Dog from Hell is breathing down the neck of Wayne Pearson, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move.
Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Puppy Dog from Hell's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance.
It's a nuanced game, isn't it? Puppy Dog from Hell's position change might very well be a part of a broader strategy.
Tough break for Puppy Dog from Hell, who has just lost a position.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Puppy Dog from Hell needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
In a race where seconds count, Chris Ilduke is counting on less of them between themselves and Roll Postma. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime. Things are heating up as Eddie G tries to close the gap to Sunoiler. Eddie G and Sunoiler have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 1.1 seconds now. A twist in our tail. Eddie's slipping more than a bar of soap in a bath, now at 12th.
Such position changes can be deceptive. It might look like a setback for Eddie G, but seasoned viewers know better. The race is far from over.
Hope Jack M team hasn't got stage fright, because Hugh Jass has booked a front row seat to the show.
Yeah, Hugh Jass is likely going to be sniffing up the inside of Jack M team as they come into Repsol.
It's a close race between Rob Always Keen and Chris Ilduke in third. Megasaurus 55 seems to be putting the pressure on Puppy Dog from Hell. Oh, the pressure is on for Megasaurus 55. Trapped between Muggy 0.1 seconds away and Puppy Dog from Hell just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds, they must defend their position while seeking an opportunity to advance.
You're right on the money, Rob. Megasaurus 55 is caught between two determined rivals, and the gaps to the cars ahead and behind add an extra layer of complexity. It's a delicate balance between defense and seeking opportunities.
Things are heating up as Keen closes in on Chris Ilduke. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. It looks like Richard Rossier is all over Wayne Pearson. I think they are gonna press him through Elf and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Rob, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Wayne Pearson is going to be aware of them riding their bumper. To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble in the boundary of disaster.
Coming into Repsol, the fight for fifth is heating up. Who will be the first to blink? We are used to seeing some hard-fought but clean racing here at Assetto Corsa Friends. I'm expecting to see nothing different here today as this race unfolds. Jack M team is giving it their all as they chase down Hugh Jass in P5. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed. If Eddie G doesn't pick up the pace, hell, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. Alright, I've got to ask, ever tried Vegemite?
Tried it once. Reminded me of NASCAR rubber mixed with axle grease. But hey, to each their own.
The gap between Eddie G and Megasaurus 55 is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Eddie G to bring Megasaurus 55 into play. This is edge of the seat stuff. Jack M team is relentlessly hunting down Hugh Jass. Who'll blink first? It's a thrilling pursuit as Eddie G is right behind Mr. Bang, keeping the pressure on for 11th place. You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in that tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Eh? Ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Eddie G and Mr. Bang. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Eddie G is really walking that tightrope.
If I had $1 for every time Rob closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, roll postman, the thunder from down under is coming. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? Now that's how it's done. Rob rips through the track, while Roll Postma watches the taillights fade. How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, Hal, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
Oh, the chase is on. Roll Postma's breathing down the neck of Rob. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Jack M team's inching ever closer to Hugh Jass. I tell you what, Jack M team has got more problems than a maths book right now. Hugh Jass is leaving them in a cloud of dust. With steely determination and laser focus, Eddie G is homing in on Megasaurus 55. The battle lines are drawn. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what Jack M team is doing to Hugh Jass right now, doesn't it?
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Mr. Bang must be laser focused on Sunoiler's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
Alright, hold your horses. Jack M team is really putting the heat on Hugh Jass. If I were Hugh Jass, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
I remember being in a similar situation during my racing days. Jack M team must stay focused and wait for the perfect opportunity to overtake.
Oh, this is getting intense. Sunoiler is just behind Megasaurus 55.
Remember that time Sunoiler made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Not much room to breathe for Hugh Jass with Jack M team trailing so close. I reckon we'll see a move soon, especially at Repsol.
At this rate, Jack M team and Hugh Jass are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Blimey, Sunoiler is closing in on Megasaurus 55 like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up Repsol.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Sunoiler is definitely living on the edge today.
Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Sunoiler, lagging behind Megasaurus 55 and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. Speaking of gambles, mate, what's your take on these mid-race fuel stop strategies? I reckon it's like deciding when to throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Timing is everything, like deciding when to pull out the moonshine at a family reunion. Wait too long, and you'll miss the party.
Stone the Crows. Jack M team's in 6th, but if I know them, Hugh Jass is gonna cop an Aussie-style sneak attack real soon.
Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
Hold on to your hats. Megasaurus 55 is gunning for Mr. Bang. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
If Megasaurus 55 isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine, and trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
Whoa there. Jack M team is sticking to Hugh Jass like glue. You reckon Hugh Jass is feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. Bloody ripper. Jack M team's just made Hugh Jass look like they're on a Sunday drive with that scorcher of a lap. You know, Hal, I've always wondered, how do racing drivers stay so cool and collected under such immense pressure?
Well, Rob, it comes down to mental strength and training. Drivers often work with sports psychologists and practice techniques like meditation and visualization to help them stay calm and focused during high-pressure situations.
It's a game of inches now as Megasaurus 55 tails Mr. Bang closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
Rob, last time I saw Megasaurus 55 this riled up, there were sparks flying off the track. Get ready for a showdown.
Jack M team could be looking for a way up the inside of Huge Ass. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
This is getting heated. With Megasaurus 55 nipping at the heels of Mr. Bang, they're gonna make Lakeisha one to remember.
Hang on, has Megasaurus 55 just played their wild card? They're lounging at 12th now. Disappointing for Megasaurus 55, they now find themselves in 13th. With that gap, Renault per 99's practically drafting off Jack M team, hey?
Exactly. They're so close, it's like they're sharing the same race line.
You reckon Sunoiler's rear view is just filled with Mr. Bang now?
Oh, without a doubt. That's a sight no driver wants in their mirrors. Yeah, I really can't see them holding on to this place for much longer.
Sunoiler's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Mr. Bang. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing. Looks like Mr. Bang is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control. There's a razor-thin line between glory and disaster, and both drivers are dancing right on it.
Mr. Bang is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Sunoiler to 0.6 seconds.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
Blimey, Megasaurus 55's determination reminds me of a kangaroo in a hopping contest.
Well, over here in the States, it's more like a squirrel chasing down its last nut before winter. Either way, it's entertaining to watch. Y'all ever been to a Carolina hoedown? 'Cause Megasaurus 55's dancing with that car, looking to waltz right past Eddie G.
Megasaurus 55's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Eddie G. It's like chasing a roo on a motorbike. Mate, Megasaurus 55's really giving it a burl out there. Ripping it up like a croc in a waterhole.
I tell y'all, I haven't seen that kind of ferocity since my days at Indy. But you Aussies, always gotta bring up the wildlife, huh?
This is what it's all about, folks. Sunoiler is in hot pursuit of Wayne Pearson, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Sunoiler is following Wayne Pearson so closely, they could start charging them rent for occupying the same space on the track.
Megasaurus 55's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate. Wayne Pearson appears to be trying to find a way round Sunoiler that could make a move on them in Campsa.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Well, that's an unexpected descent. Wayne Pearson finds themselves repositioned at 11th. What a move. Wayne Pearson has moved up to 10th.
You can't argue with results like that. Wayne Pearson is really making their mark on this race.
Oof, if Wayne Pearson was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step.
Gee whiz. Wayne Pearson is so far back, I'm half expecting to see tumbleweeds blow past. Maybe a vulture or two.
Ladies and gents, we've got ourselves a high-speed pursuit. Renault per 99 is stalking Richard Rossier's every move.
Sweet tea and biscuits. Renault 99's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Richard Rossier like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion.
Look at that, Megasaurus 55 is hot on the tail of Eddie G. Hang on to your cork hats, mates, we're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Megasaurus 55 and Eddie G. This is where the true champions shine, and Rob is certainly showing their class in the final sector.
They're not leaving anything on the table.
And there it is. Rob has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
What a display of skill and precision.
Some might say that second place is the first loser, but Robin Overbeck certainly doesn't see it that way. They put in a phenomenal effort and should be proud of their impressive result.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second place finish.
Impressive drive from Roll Postma to claim the final spot on the podium. Hugh Jass, Chris Ilduke, Richard Rossier, and Renopa 99 in 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Jack M Team brings home 14th. Followed by Sunoiler in 8th. Wayne Pearson claimed 9th. Tenth sees Puppy Dog from Hell. Mr. Bang take 11th. Coming in 12th we have Eddie G. Finishing 13th is Megasaurus 55.